There's a Newsmaker Live. He's on air. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Kim. This is Donald Trump calling.
The Donald. Hey, I love to see you attacking Hillary and the Vince Foster murder and all that stuff, man. You're ripping. I love
I'm not
this.
going to pull any punches. I got a joke for you if
all
you
right.
don't mind.
All right, sir, please. What's that?
You know what Casey Kasem, Paul Harvey, and Michael Graham have in common?
No, I don't, sir.
They're three people you'll never hear on the radio again. That's what Michael Graham deserves for being a never Trump guy.
Yeah.
You know, between him and the guy who doctored my interviews to make him sound like the real McCoy, I've gotten rid of your two biggest problems with the radio station. Mr. Kruger should be sending me a bonus. He should be thanking me for this.
He's not too worried about
Trump, you're out of there. I tell you that.
Yes, sir. It's over.
Yeah, they should tell him just not to come in tomorrow. I promise. Donald Trump, I'll personally fly to Atlanta and do the next 2 days if you'll get that bastard off the air, okay?
I'll definitely pass it along, sir.
And then Michael can get a head start on his 12-hour non-broadcast gopher job up there in D.C., you know. He can move into his new public housing apartment and maybe get his Virginia driver's license re-revoked. I mean, man's got a lot on his plate, so I just want to help here, you know, so I'll do the show.
Yeah, that mugshot is available.
With a chip on his shoulder, Kimmer.
A chip on his shoulder, sir?
I mean, one lousy mugshot and you hate all cops for the rest of your life. You know what Michael said when he woke up in his cell?
No, sir.
Who the hell gave me this haircut? It's great to be on the show. I'm always glad to help.
Right here. Great to have you aboard, sir. There's a Newsmaker line. Let's see who's on the old Newsmaker line. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Kimmer. It's me, John Lovett.
John Lovett. Hey, John.
Official spokesperson for Michael Graham.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. That's the ticket.
That's you.
You're misrepresenting my client's long-awaited hope for, if there is a God, sad departure. Yeah, that's it.
Hoped for if there's a God.
Contrary to what you're implying,
yes, sir.
Michael is leaving the radio station voluntarily.
No, he is.
Just like Jimmy Hoffa left the Teamsters voluntarily. Just like Abraham Lincoln resigned from the presidency. Yeah, that's it. Just like Bobby Kennedy dropped out of the race in 1968.
Of his own volition. He dropped out right there, did he?
Michael Graham is leaving the radio station voluntarily, damn you people. Michael received a great opportunity.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, opportunity. Yeah, that's it. I mean, who do you know who wouldn't jump at the chance to take a 70% pay cut? Michael, my client, will be working with a powerful, influential, never heard of website and an executive, managerial, custodial flunky position on a site that receives thousands, hundreds, fewer than 10 hits daily. Yeah, that's it. That's the ticket. I'm worried a bit about this new gopher job. It'll require Michael to continue to pretend to be a conservative and have to keep a lid on the cop hatred, U.S. soldier disparaging, and package admiration in the restroom that ever stopped him before.
That'd be the first time.
At least now he's working alone. The bad news is Michael will be leaving Atlanta, Kimmer.
Leaving Atlanta, yeah.
The good news is he won't have to say goodbye to any friends. He will be saying goodbye to a future job in radio, since the only guy that would be willing to hire him, the only guy that ever hired him his whole career, was finally exposed to be as unfit to run a radio station as he would be to operate a marriage counseling center.
I will tell you that whole story till he's no longer here.
I spit that one out.
Yes, sir, you did.
He left his pants in San Francisco. Randy he got and lost his job. I'm always glad to help and set the record straight.
John Lovett.
Yeah, leaving voluntarily. Yeah, just like Phil Leotardo left the mafia voluntarily as the Escalade tire squashed his head. Come to daddy.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Great to be on the
John
show.
Lovett's right here. Thank you, John.
Hey, Michael Graham, why don't you go home and get your freaking shine up? He's going to make shoes look like mirrors up there in D.C.
Thank you, John and friends. 12:55. Let me get to Mike. It's a Newsmaker line. See who's on the old Newsmaker line. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Oh,
Mr. Kimmer. This is Pope Francis.
Your Holiness, we are so honored, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Well, I hate to call on such a contentious day.
Contentious, yeah.
I love being Pope, and
Do you?
somebody asked me the worst part about my job, and
Yeah.
I said, well, it's probably the hours, because between me and you, Kimmer,
Yeah.
Mr. Kimmer, I'm just not a morning person. You know, kind of like Michael Graham. I mean, some of us just are morning people. We have to admit that we aren't morning people, you know.
Aren't capable of performing in the morning.
Of course, Michael wasn't a midday person or an afternoon guy, but he is consistent, and I give him credit for that.
Consistent, sir?
He pretty much failed in all day parts.
Yeah, but he does take a good mugshot. He's got that going for him.
Oh, that's for sure. As a matter of fact, it's on the Hair Suckery website right now.
Yeah, paid for that haircut?
Look at our work.
He cuts his own hair, Jesus.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Helper.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he failed at all Dale parts and missed his buddy Randall put him in, and I bet Randall still gets a kickback check every week. Why else would he put a loser like that on the air?
I'll bet you're right, sir.
I understand when he negotiated Michael's contract, Randall said, quote, keep it fair. I couldn't possibly take cash.
That's a little something for the effort, you know.
That's right.
It's a little something off the top, you know, geez.
You know, Randall may be gone from radio to never return.
Yeah.
Lord, hear our prayer. Randall may never be in a position to hire Michael Graham again. Yes. Lord, hear our prayer. Women in radio can now work without looking off with their shoulder, harassment-free. Lord, hear our prayer. Randall may be gone, Mr. Kimmer, but his legacy lives on. His legacy lives on.
His legacy, sir?
I hear in the last ratings WGST owed points, you know. So. I mean, whoever thought that swapping Rush Limbaugh for Spanish sports would be a bad idea?
Yeah, that was Randall, all right.
That's true.
There we go.
You know why Michael Graham liked to speak up in station staff meetings?
I don't know why he would, sir. No.
He wanted to put his 2 tenths in. 2 tenths of a share. It's a ratings joke, son. I'm throwing these things too underhanded. He likes to put the Pope worked very hard on that. His 2 tenths.
2 tenths in.
Yeah, you know. Now it's time for Pope Attack. The Magnificante.
Magnificante, sir.
The answer is grab a bucket and mop, scrub the bottom and top.
Grab a bucket and mop, scrub the bottom and top.
What is Michael Graham's new job description? Sim.
Your Holiness.
You know the difference between the garbage and Michael Graham's contract?
No, I don't, sir.
Well, even the garbage gets picked up every once in a while.
Your Holiness.
Yeah, he left voluntarily. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he found a better opening. Yeah. Thank you so much. 127 on News Radio 1067. Mercy. It's the Newsmaker Alliance. He's on air. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Kimmer. This is the Reverend Chester Jackson calling.
Hey, Reverend Pipster. How's it going, sir? How are you,
By the way, if Jennifer Perry is listening, the statute of limitations has not run out, and my offer is still good.
Thank you so much.
I'll be financing that one. There was a lot more going on than what you described, I'll tell you that.
That's for sure.
No, I feel bad for the Randall guy, you know, the blooming idiot. I mean, not only did he ruin every radio station he ever managed, Randall never learned that harass ain't 2 different words. Yeah. You know, I mean, Randall's a programming genius. We all know that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he's the one who told GST to give Rusty Humphries another shot because it, worked out so well the last time, which is why Rusty's doing an internet-only podcast from his bedroom. It's called News Between Chews. Have you seen him lately? Randy's new WGST portrait was done by Rand McNally.
Actual size was it?
Well, did you hear that Steve Harvey is moving his neighborhood awards away from Atlanta and back to Las Vegas?
Back to Vegas? Really? I didn't hear that.
Well, with Michael Graham leaving Atlanta, Steve just lost his biggest cop-hating ally there in Atlanta.
That's true.
Nobody despises police more than them two. And Randall, Randall was weird, but Michael Graham was a strange guy.
Strange guy,
I used the past tense once. was hoping and praying that they'll tell him not to come in tomorrow. So I'm going to speak about him in the past tense, if the Lord hear our prayer.
Yes, sir.
But Michael Graham is a strange guy.
Strange guy.
I don't know him, but he's really weird.
Yeah.
I mean, when Michael said he'd wished he'd gotten here earlier to meet little Kimmer, he wasn't talking about your son in Vietnam, was he?
Trời đất, sao trời ơi.
I think he's referred over there as Crimmer, right?
Oh, Crimmer, you too much.
Well, Bill Cosby will stand trial in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, stand trial.
Yeah, the judge said the proof is in the pudding.
Thought it tasted kind of funny.
Anyway, we've been pretty hard on Randall, and he hadn't, having trouble finding a job, but he has written a new book on radio. Should pick it up.
Randall, the guy who hated us and wrote a new book? What's
Yeah, it's called Programmers Do More Than Lay People.
Take off on the...
Great to be on the show.
I am somebody.
You ain't nothing.
Oh, sorry. Thank you very much. Yeah, Reverend Jesse right here. Yeah, there we go. That was nice. Yeah. 156.